Welcome to Office Max. How can I help you? Take it to the max. Hey, tell me some of the jobs you had before you were a comedian. I was a waitress. I worked in an auto parts factory where I would hide in the boxes and try and take naps. I was a hardcore comic at the time and a hardcore waitress because I was good. I'm Virgo. I'm good at everything. I passed out flyers for the Boston Comedy Club on the corner of the McDougal and 3rd for 2 years. I sold vacuum cleaners, not door to door, the Mirage Hotel as a tour guide at the Dolphin Habitat. Wow. The tagline at Office Max was anytime a customer would walk in, you would have to say, welcome to Office Max. How can I help you? Take it to the max. And I couldn't do it. I worked in with my grandmother at this aviation place, and I remember I was going out with somebody from work, and she said that she was a whore, and I said, I know in stores, people would come in and I'd throw dirt in front of them, and then I'd vacuum it up. I was an assistant at Renaissance Pictures, a terrible assistant. I worked at this shipping tracking company. We were tracking shipments for sperm clinics for like sperm donors. So basically I was just tracking cum all over the country, making sure it landed on time so the cum didn't go bad, shit like that. It was a dog sitting place and I had to drive like Dumb and Dumber. I had to drive the dog van to the rich people's apartments and go into their house and grab their dog who was biting and nipping at me. I would come to the table and the customer would be like, you look familiar. Like, I seen you before, was you on Comic View? And I would be like, yeah, like breast in the wing or leg in the thigh. Seriously. Some people would even ask me to do the joke at the table and he'd be like, that doesn't come with the number 2, bitch. That's the first time I got punched in the face, knocked unconscious, square in the temple off my feet. That was actually the last day I worked there. I worked in a hamburger place. Let me see here. I was a lifeguard and a sneaker salesman, so if you guys read my book, Life Lessons, I can't make this up, you would know that you didn't read my book. Go get it. Go read it. And also go on Audible and go get my other book, Decisions. Oh, guys, Kevin has a disease called promo. It says where he can't not promote things, and he made some progress. Sadly, that was a step in the wrong direction. Hold on, Kevin's texting me. Neil, sorry about promoting my book on that fundraiser. My mistake. When you get a second, check out John G2 now on video. God damn it. Listen to books on tape or anything like that. No, I can't do that. You can't listen to books on tape. I've never tried. I just can't. What would annoy me? Listening to the person trying to make it sound interesting, with the inflections and the voice and stuff. That would annoy you? Yeah. Because I'm defensive. Like, this guy thinks I'm a fucking moron, but it's just like, and then in 1862, read it like a bailiff. Read it like a bailiff, dude. I remember, I have that reference, and the bailiff read the thing. He said the arresting officer asked the defendant where he was coming from, and he stated fucking Boston. And it was just like, that's what I said. That's not the way I said it. I was fucking wasted. He said, I was trying to remember. He said, where'd you come from? I was like, fuck it, Boston. The guy goes, fucking Boston. You want to get out of the car? And I was like, yeah, I wasn't a jerk. Funny. I was standing there. There's all these people who mug people, and they were laughing oh, this guy's sticking it to the man, So we pulled the defendant over. After repeatedly asking the defendant to stay in the car, he got out of the car, threw his keys at my feet, and repeatedly stated, lock me up, I'm fucked up. And this was funny. Do you remember the guy who was he would do his shot, and when anybody would puke, he would stand over in the corner and not face him. He was facing the corner. So we started calling him Blair Witch. Everybody got there. So I'm crying, laughing, and then gagging as I'm telling the story. She was like, where do they find these people? And that just set me over the top. I was like, I don't know. I'm just crying, laughing. But God bless him. The reason why that thing's screaming is because it's biting its back. Okay, that's enough. That's a fix. That sounds like me trying to touch my toes every morning. I'm going to let you introduce the next topic. I don't know where to go with that, guys. Maybe you got eaten by a bear. Like, if you get a hold of a regular necks just comply. They just give. Can you please call your neck specials regular neck? I guarantee no one's going to try and accidentally take that title. Dude, I remember there was a fucking guy on the site. I swear to God, he wore the same fucking jeans every day with no underwear, right? And it had a fucking giant fucking hole right here on his thigh. So I'm in fucking working in the house, and I just remember he stepped over something with his left leg, and the whole fucking hole moved, right? Just flashed his fucking junk. I was just like, and I didn't know how to stand up to people. And plus, I was a new guy in the thing, and I just was wanted to be like, buddy, how about you put some fucking boxers or something? So I don't got to look at your fucking jaw. And first of all, he's walking around with like a goddamn nail gun. Not like boxers could stop that, but any extra layer of clothing that you could have. This guy's literally like his fucking shit, you know, like an owl looking out of a tree, and yet it's burned into my head. I could pick his junk out of a lineup. All those people are paying to be there. That guy is making, I want to see somebody out there scalping tickets, and he does Vegas too. He does the fucking T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. I want to see the show. Picture of him up there, his eyes open or... No, smiling and shit is crazy. It's a lot of money that guy's making. I used to say he's so full of shit, he can't look at the crowd. That's why his eyes are like, are they still here? Are they still believing this shit when you're lying? Eye contact is the toughest fucking thing ever, but whatever. He's they people feel good. He's making his fuck. He's in show business. I want to see the show, though. The few times I did movies, everybody told me, you just missed it. Or fucking missed it. It all ended in 05, 06. And I started getting work in like fucking 09. They were like, oh my God, they fucking pay for John Travolta's jet fuel. He'd come in his own fucking, you know, to do like one of those Hogs movies, like riding on a motorcycle. He'd be the, okay, you got to pay for my 747. So they're like, oh, John. Goes without saying, if somebody swipes your credit card number, that's their money. So then they call you up and they just go, hey, Joe, did you buy a ham hock in fucking Vancouver at a strip club? Why? No, I didn't. I was in Burbank. Good. Good luck with that. Has anybody ever bought a ham hock in a strip club? Dude, you've given me every piece of the fucking elk except that I've got some hammock for you. What do you fantasize about doing to him? Just running away. I don't want to hurt him. The guy's hurt by life. He's so damaged by life. I don't want to do anything to him. I just want to get the fuck away. I always picture those people and I have a giant roll of duct tape and I just put it on there. It's like a cartoon level speed. No, it's cartoon level. I just put it on their mouth and I go, and the last one, it comes up and over their head and then it hangs down. The whole rest of the tape is hanging down over their head awkwardly. And then I just go back to eating or whatever and they just sit there and slowly have to take it off. The only way I could get through that basketball guy is if I already told my wife that he did it. It annoyed me. And then what I would do is I would just be egging him on, going like, so why doesn't he play him? And just keep going. And then she would start kicking me under the table because she would start laughing. Hi, everyone. I'm Ivanka Trump. She's like Tracy Lord's sister in the 80s. He's got good-looking kids. He does. Amazing. She's good-looking, too. She's amazing. Hey, good for him. Good for him. And if Bill Clinton wants to vaguely look in the direction of a beautiful woman, I go to pick up my guns. I got 2 guns. I got a shotgun, too. But I broke it first day. Yeah, I thought I got the one that goes she. But he sold me the one that went hey. So I go to pick up my guns, and my arms dealer tells me, he's like, hey, man, he goes, I can't give you your guns. I said, why not? And he goes, none of your paperwork checks out. I go, what do you mean? He goes, all the bills are in your wife's name. Your car's in your company's name. I can't give you your guns. I started laughing hysterically because all I thought to myself was, our system works. How great is it that our system works? I looked at him laughing hysterically. I was like, dude, I feel safer knowing I can't get a gun than if you gave me 2 guns. I go, I'm so happy that our system works. And he looks at me dead serious and he goes, oh, you're getting your fucking guns. I was like, wow, I don't feel so good about this anymore, Kevin. He's like, no, we have a workaround. This is what he did. Called my wife on the phone, said, ma'am, I want you to print out a blank lease, then fill it out saying you rent a room in your house to your husband, fax it in to me. I get it. I'll give him his guns. My wife was cackling on the other end of the phone. Sorry, we're at full occupancy, Kevin. She sends it in. I get my guns. I love my guns. I do love my guns. I'm the kind of idiot. Yeah, I don't know if you're like me where you see a gun in a movie and I call up my arms dealer immediately. I was like, yo, Matrix Agent Smith, what gun is that? He's like, Desert Eagle 50 caliber. I go, sign me up. He's like, I can't do a 50 caliber in California. I'll get you a 40 caliber. I'll do a workaround in the office. I'll get you what you need. He's like, you can get a long gun too. What long gun do you want? I go, I need a shotgun. He's like, I just sold you a shotgun. I go, yeah, you sold me the circumcised one. I want the uncircumcised one where you can pull the hood back and just, he's like, you don't want another shotgun. You want an AR-15. I was like, whoa, slow down, brother. I go, I might not be the right guy for an AR-15. I lost my Glock for 9 days. All my wife heard was AR-15 and comes marching in the kitchen. Is that motherfucker trying to upsell you on an AR-15? Like, bitch met her talking. She's like, did you tell him you took your Glock in the shower with you? I'm like, woman, I go, Kevin, I'm not going to be a part of the problem in this country. I'm going to be a part of the solution. I'm not getting another one of these killing machines and putting out another population and losing it for 9 days and some kid finding it. All I want is my Desert Eagle, 50 caliber and a shotgun. My wife's next to me. She goes, that's the man I married. Kevin's on the other end of the phone. He goes, am I on speaker right now? I said, no. Then he goes, all right, cool. I'll have the AR-15 waiting for you. I said, bro, I really don't want the gun. He goes, give me 10 seconds and listen to me, Bert. In the event of an apocalypse, I'm like, I'm still listening. He's like, this is the best gun to defend you and your family. I couldn't even help myself. I was like, can you give me the one with the bump stock on it? My wife heard me say that and canceled my fucking lease. No, you ever meet somebody and they're so boring you feel like they poisoned you? Like you're talking to them and you're like, I feel like I'm dying right now. I think you did it. This guy's name is Craig. I met him. I made sure to get it. I'm going to remember you for the rest of my life, man.
Theo.
I met him at the bank. Is he a bank teller?
No.
Is he a security guard? Nope. What's his job? I don't know. I know. Whatever they call that guy that stands in the lobby of banks now, where like you walk in, you're like, do you work here? He's like, I think so. That guy, the lobby liaison. Well, I saw him. We made eye contact. I don't know how you work for me. If we make eye contact during the day, not at night, but during the day, out of human decency, I acknowledge you. So that's what I did. We made eye contact and I go, how you doing? And he went, and I was like, okay. So then I get to the second set of doors to walk in. And as I reach for that door, I hear you going to the bank. I go, is this still a bank? He goes, yeah, I go, I'd like to. And he goes, go for it. And I was like, okay, thanks. And then I reach back and he goes, I'm going to Virginia next week. Are you telling me that? He goes, you said, how you doing when you got here? I had to think about it. That's what I'm doing. I go, that's the craziest shit I've ever heard Habate say. And also not how that question works, but all right. And now I reach back and he goes, yeah, my sister lives there. And I'm like, how long has she lived there? Now I'm roped in. He goes, 15 years. And I go, you've never been. And he goes, now I'm starting to look at him like, hey man, do you drive to work or does somebody drop you off? You know what I mean? I think you could see it in my face because out of nowhere he goes, I drive. I was like, that's cool, man. It's cool. I drive too. That's crazy. I got to get in here. He goes, yeah, we're going to check out DC and we're going to see some monuments. I go, I would love to hear about it, but I have to make a deposit. He goes, well, I'll be here when you walk out. I go, you motherfucker. Fuck that guy and fuck everybody like him. If you have the audacity to tell people how you're doing when they say how you doing, that shit is rude and selfish. All right, I'm serious. There are two acceptable answers to how you're doing, fine and great. And if you're miserable, you say fine. You don't burden people with your real world problems during a courteous exchange. Yeah, I've probably checked into 400 hotels this year. And when I tell you that this has happened to me more than half a dozen times, I am not exaggerating. Every hotel check-in begins usually the same. It's standard hotels. You know, the people at the desk, they go last name. And this just happened to me, last name. And I go, Segura. And the guy goes, whoa, are you Japanese? 100%, yeah. And he just goes, oh, we don't get a lot of Japanese people here. That's pretty cool. So I have to stop him and go, hey, man, I'm not Japanese. And he goes, Sagura. Sagura sounds Japanese. I go, that's because you're saying it Japanese. I could be Smith. And if you want to go Smith, it's Japanese. And he goes, well, what are you? Which is fucking rude. Can I just say, it's never important to ask that question. What are you? It's never important to ask that. It's sometimes important, but not a lot. When is it important? Sushi chef, accountant, 100-meter dash. Outside of that, sometimes it matters. So I tell him, I go, Segura is Spanish. And he goes, that's weird. You look white. I go, I am white. And he goes, but you're Spanish, correct? He goes, do you speak Spanish? I said, yes. He goes, so you're Mexican? I go, no. He goes, I don't know what's going on. So what's going on is you failed fucking social studies. You're not too good at geography either. Then I see his head drop, like he feels bad. I'm like, look, man, you understand there's white people in Mexico. You know that part? And he goes, no, I don't. So there's white people there. There's black people there. There's even Asian people there. And if you really want to shit your pants, those Asian people, they speak Spanish too. You don't expect it, but they're like dim sum Asian and they speak Spanish. What's up, dog? So I was just in London. Sure, not the real one I was in. Does that not bother you? Like when a barely city is like, let's just name it after an awesome city. And then they have the nerve to ask you, like, how do you like London? And you're like, the real one or this turd you put in a dress, like, that's your favorite place. All right. Like the balls of Paris, Tennessee to name their city Paris. And then they built a mini Eiffel Tower. Like, you're going to walk around confused. Like, well, bonjour. I don't even know where I'm at right now. Come on. Can I get me a croissant? That place sucks. So we were leaving London, Ontario. It bothers me just to say it. We were leaving London, Ontario, headed back to Toronto. and we passed by a strip club named Beef. What? Yeah, your hearing is working just fine. There's a strip club named Beef. Can you even wrap your head around the confidence a young lady has to have just to audition at Beef? Like, just to be like, I know they're hiring at Diamonds, but I'm more of a Beef girl. Like, that's such an aggressive name, even for a casual conversation. To like, oh, you strip. Where do you strip at, Beef? Jesus. What goes on there? Pretty intense shit. Actually, we recommend you start your night at a different strip club and graduate to Beef. You don't want to start here. We'll wreck your life. I'd be like, all right, I believe you. Is this not registering to you? Beef is the name of a strip club. Christ. Fart is a better name for a strip club. If somebody was like, you want to go to strip club? It's called Fart. I'd be like, no, I don't want to go there. There's another one called Beef. All right, let's check out Fart and then see where we end up afterwards. Are you going to answer honestly? Are you ever just tired of being alive? Like just me, really? I'm not suicidal. I just feel like I've done a lot and I've seen a lot. And now I'm like, like, let's wrap this shit up. Like, how many days are there? Exactly. You know what I want to do? Skip a grade. Remember elementary school? And you get to like the first day of grade 3 and you're like, hey, where's Kevin? And they go, he skipped. And you're like, excuse me, how? And they're like, he can add like a son of a bitch. I don't know, 4, 8, 12. He gets it. You're like, I want to skip. And they're like, don't even worry about that. Get that out of your mind. I would love to do that in real life. Wouldn't that be it? Like, let's say you kill it this year. Like, you wreck this year, and then in December, like, a bug fairy or a government official comes to your house, and they're like, dude, you crushed it this year. And you're like, yeah, I know. And they're like, how many years do you want to skip? I'd be like, what, 30? Just cruise into retirement. First of all, I don't want to live to be that old anyway. 71, maybe? Yeah, 70. So you can experience, like, some official old stuff. Like, I feel like when you turn 70, you're old, and then people start talking to you like you're a pet, Like, that's got to be fun for a minute, right? When they're like, can I get you anything? And you're like, yeah, put some water in my bowl. What the fuck was that? So ridiculous. I don't want to live much longer than that. I hear people go, like, I want to live to be 100. It's, really? Have you seen 80? My dad has a friend that's 87. Saw it. He looks like a fucking goblin, okay? And he knows it, too. He's like, I'm coming around the corner. Look down. Like, he knows what he looks like. And yeah, it's terrifying. When he was 84, he stopped taking his heart medication. And I go, why'd you do that? He goes, I don't want to be here. He won't take me if I see him now. I go, how you doing? He goes, unfortunately alive. Yeah. I mean, I will be the best old guy. I realized that because I already have their personality. Like, I'm super antisocial. I don't want to do anything. Like, whenever anybody says, like, hey, man, do you want to go check out the, I go, no to the rest of your sentence. Whatever it is, I don't want to do it. I don't want to meet new people. Not one more as long as I live for the rest of my life. Yeah, I'm all set. That's the same as old people. You can try it. You're like, hey, Grandpa, I want you to meet Steve. And he'll go, fuck Steve. I know everybody. I need to know. I want to watch my show. That's what's up, Grandpa. You know how to do it. You know what? Here's the thing. I want to be that type of old. I don't know what age it is. It's an old where you get yelled at for saying you want to be helpful. That looks awesome. Like when an old person's like, I'll take out the trash. And someone's like, are you out of your mind? Your spinal snaps. Sit down. Like, okay, that looks amazing. You guys were great. Thanks a lot. Have a good night. Well, I have the real tea. Okay. And I'm 99% sure that Kevin is really a leprechaun. Okay. That's a leprechaun right there. You heard me. He's a whimsical, mysterious trickster. And that's why he's a leprechaun, not because of his height. You low-hanging fruit motherfuckers. Kevin is magical. He knows stuff that he should know. He tells me all types of stuff, okay, about my relationships. That's private stuff. This one time, okay, I had just started dating this guy. I hadn't told anybody, and Kevin jumps out of the bushes out of nowhere, and he goes, this dude is trash. You can do better. Then he clicked his heels, and he ran off in his Nikes. And I swear they had buckles on. I don't know how they got Jordan to do it, but he got Jordan to put buckles on his Nikes. And they opened a vegan restaurant, and I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he did it, but he made grass taste like chicken. Have you ever tried it? This is magically delicious, and it's so good. Oh man, I was in London, Canada. They have one. And doesn't that kind of bother you a little bit? Like when a barely city is like, let's just name it an awesome city. And they have the nerve to ask you, like, how do you like London, the real one, or this turd you put in a dress? Because, like, the fucking balls on Paris, Tennessee to name their city Paris. And then they built a mini Eiffel Tower. Like, you're going to walk around confused. Like, well, bonjour. Yeah. I don't even know where I'm at. Can I get me a croissant? Fuck Paris, Tennessee. Yeah, okay. I go, why? And she is, because she stopped. I go, I'm sorry. How would I be allowed to stay if I was just sitting at your bar, just kind of toying you at the top? You know, like, would you tap me on the shoulder? Be like, excuse me, will you put your leaky dick back in your pants? Thanks. You want some chicken fingers or Sprite or something? I say you call the SWAT team and they would rappel into the building. Someone would crack my fucking head on the side of the bar and you'd have a parade as my corpse was carried out. As she goes, you're right about that. We as a nation, we have been traumatized by these horrific laws and people being imprisoned for having weed. And it highlights the absurdity of not only it having been illegal and so crazy for so many years, but also highlights how the next generation will not believe our stories about it at all. There's a 0% chance they will understand what we're talking about. It'd be like trying to tell a kid now, like, hey, you know, pigeons used to deliver messages to people. They'd be like, what the fuck are you saying right now? It'll be the same thing. I'm going to sit my son down one day and be like, you know, when I was your age to get weed, I almost died. And he'll be like, why was 7-Eleven on fire or something? They didn't sell it at 7-Eleven. Daddy used to get in cars with strangers. And where are we going? Chill out. All right. 3-hour round trips to buy weed. If you're like, oh, what kind of weight were you moving? $20 worth of marijuana that didn't major. I bought weed from a dude in a standalone trailer one time. Not a trailer park, a solo trailer. A solo trailer. The most terrifying housing situation that exists. Like where other trailer people are like, get the out of here. They kick him out. I just walk up to that shit 15 and this dude's like, you trying to get a sack? I was like, oh shit, yeah. He goes, we could go do that. I was like, all right, cool. He goes, we just need to go get it. I was like, you don't fucking have it. Isn't that your sole responsibility? So I tried to play cool. I was like, all right, let's go get it. He goes, I'll go get it. You stay here and watch my place. And I was like, okay. And he goes, there's a 35-7 and a shotgun on my bed. Anybody comes in here, blast them inside paralysis. What I said was, that's what's up. Like, yeah, man. How's your son? Amazing. Super cute. The most adorable. He's not like Asian baby cute, but he's like right below that. And what they were the cutest. I think they're cuter than bunnies and puppies combined. Personally, I would throw away 20 white babies to have an Asian baby if it was. But before we started, I was not a very good host because I was talking about how it may be a life I lead. Your sadness was hilarious. You told me about your empty house. It's true. And how you sit in your sadness. And I asked you, what do you consume? Like, what's your vice? Do you drink at night? Are you eating cookies? Mm-hmm. And you're like, I'm consumed by my mind sadness. That's hilarious. Well, good. I'm glad I could bring you up with my down. Oh, like you telling me how sad you are has been the best part of my week. And looked at my driver's license as we were having this meeting and it says, I'm 5'11". And he goes, bro, 5'11", come on. He shook his head. Then he stood up next to me and I was like, I tower over you. Come on, that's ridiculous. I tower over you. You can eat peanuts off my head easily. How tall are you? Tom, 5'11". Made a joke and he said, let's build a wall around Louisiana, right? And that made some people very unhappy. People would be like, no, you crossed the line with that joke about building a wall. I'm like, do you understand what time we're living in here? Like, do you understand the context? Like, our current administration wants to build a wall to keep people out from like, quote, shithole countries. I'm just saying, let's put a wall around a shithole state. You know, it's like I fly every week. I never buy a first class ticket. I buy coach tickets. I buy them so much I get bumped up to first class. I am telling you, the moment I get bumped up to first class, I get washed over with this feeling. I'm like, oh, look at these disgusting poor pieces of trash. Yeah. I'm so much better than everybody. Like, don't stand next to me, dude. You're gross. I dare you to come try to use the first class bathroom from coach when I'm up there. Because I will put my hand on your chest and I'll send you back. I'll be like, no, there's a pig trough in the back for you guys. Go have fun with that. Go to your momhousepodcast.com. Just hundreds of episodes. Me and my wife's very juvenile. Lots of farts, but, you know, yeah, that's one thing that makes me happy. You like farts? I do like that. Hold on, I feel better. I got nothing. Just knowing that something was coming. Just good. Just the answer. I love you. You did have a section where I had to decide. Somebody speaks and I have to guess if it's a black man talking or me or you, Tom, or black you. Really? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Can we hear like that? And I had to guess. Yeah, hey, yo, like, that wasn't as good. Let me hear yours. Hey, yeah. Dude, what is that? Hold on. What are you talking about? What are you saying? He's at the University of Miami. You didn't meet him. It's a black guy. I'm half Peruvian. So we've been teaching him Spanish because it's part of his heritage. And I speak Spanish. Um, and, there's also utility in knowing Spanish. So many people speak it, of course. Yeah. And then my wife's Hungarian, which is fine. And she goes, I want him to speak Hungarian. I'm like, why? So he can be an arms dealer or something. Now you're saying that you want a black, aggressive fit talker in tennis. Yeah, that would be the best. That's an ace, man. Like, that ain't no double fault. Fuck you. Like that. Like, that ain't no double fault. Sir, can you please watch your language? Please eat my dick. Okay, I'm going to have to ask you to get over to the bitch. You were talking about the baby on the Netflix show. How old is the baby? 7 months old. How's that going? It's good. I mean, it's very good. He's very cute. He's not like Asian cute, but he's really cute for a white kid. Don't you think? They're the best Asian babies. They're so cute. Biracial babies, to me, really, it's beautiful. Yeah. Mix it up. Really? Yeah, absolutely. I like them purebred. I was a freshman in college and I overdosed on GHB and like I took ecstasy and I drank. It's the date rate drug, but I gave it to myself. That's GHB. That's what GHB is. GHB is, yeah, you didn't really know what you were taking though. Yeah. Right? Doctors ultimately found some stuff in your system that yeah, I mean, I knew what I was taking because I had taken it before because it's fun to get high, but I didn't realize that I shouldn't take 100 hits at once, like that kind of thing. Have you heard from people who in some way relate to your story and they're like, drugs are fun, you're right, no. You host a podcast with your wife? That sounds like a fake. Why you say about my wife, man? Ow. Apologize. 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 Apologize to his wife. I apologize to your wife. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Senora Segura. Apologize. We don't apologize. You don't have that out of your system yet, bro. I met Kevin. I met Kevin on the set of the movie Death at a Funeral.
Yes, sir. Death at a Funeral.
I met Kevin. I had seen him. You had a special on Showtime, and it was a bunch of young comedians, and Kevin and I think we had like a lunch break or something. And Kevin came up to me and asked for advice, and I'd seen him, and I don't know. I gave him some advice. And it's weird. He's the only guy. Kevin Hart and Aziz Ansari. Only guys that ever listened to me. And he literally did exactly what the fuck I told him. I looked at him. I said, yo, man, you're really funny, but your problem is you're competing with these other comedians. They are not your peers. You're better than all of them. But you need to get out of their circle and develop your own voice. That's what I told him, right? True story. I swear to God, within 800 days, Kevin Hart was a bigger star than me. Within 800 days, he was taking parts from me. He's in a movie with The Rock. My last name's Rock. How the fuck you get the fucking part? From now on, when I see young comedians, they ask me for advice. I just say, shut the fuck up. I wish I could be a rapper or some shit. I really do. You know why I can't be a rapper though, man? Because my voice ain't deep enough. To be a rapper, need a deep voice. That's the only way people are going to want to listen to you on a regular basis. I don't think nobody will buy my album because my voice is too small. Yeah, bitch, I'm a killer. I shoot you in your face. Everybody gonna die. Everybody gonna die tonight. Did he just say Pachero? A Pacheron. I'm not buying that shit. If you sure shit just keeps you from being tough. You want to know what's really keeping me from being tough? Look at this. This is really holding me back. Look at this here. Look at this. Look at this. This is yo, lay me up, man. Because ain't nothing tough about this. It don't matter what you say. Ain't nobody gonna take you serious if you swing your feet. It don't matter. Tell you, see, I will kill everybody in this tonight. Playing with y'all. Y'all think it's a game. No, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the way people treat me around there. Would you talk to a guy who swung his feet if you had a club and I try to talk to you? Come here, baby. Let me holler at you for a second. You, girl. You know damn well who I'm talking to. Wait a second. Let me climb down and get my feet together.
Wait a minute now.
Rappers make me laugh, though. I swear. Rappers are funny, man. I see rappers freestyle like when they be battling each other. So you ever notice the more angry a rapper get, the higher his hands get? You ever notice that they start off so kind, like, this is rappers when they freestyle. You like the dude. This the dude. When you be listening to the other guy. You ready? No, I got him. I got him, baby. Wait, this is really how they be. Look, real talk. Hey, look, though. Hey, look, though. Hey, is that a rapper? I'm really trying to be a rapper right now. Like this is a real angry rapper. Real talk. I kill niggas. I slay that. Don't love it. You want to beat me to get it? I get it back now. The dude be so confused. Oh, this nigga's crazy. He be trying to follow his hands. This thing is crazy. He's about to kill me. He's going to cut me or something. I can't be that guy, man. There's so much stuff that I wanted to do that I'm realizing now that I can't do. Like, I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be an R&B singer for a long time, but I can't sing. But I can dance my ass off if anybody in here is trying to be a singer. I'm about to tell you what you need to know to make it all right. There's some more classified stuff. All you know how to do is open your hands, close them, and point. That's it. I know it sounds crazy, actually, all like what? But I'm telling you, it look good. Watch this. I'm not going to say nothing, but tell me this. Don't like I'm about to say some stuff. Look at, shit. Keep on saying something. What are you going to say, girl? That or the slide out? The slide out is, you ever see an old group and the old group being a thing? Like the Temptations of somebody. You never know who the lead singer is, so they slide out. They be like this. They slide out and start singing on you. That's the best shit ever. Because they be talking shit they like. These bitches don't even know what's about to hit, about to slide out. He's good. This guy's good. He's good. Oh, that's got to be on that mic. Hey, everybody. Comedian Bert Kreischer here. And my new show, The Cabin with Bert Kreischer, is premiering on Netflix. And I thought a great way to kick off the premiere is to sit with my bestie, Tom Segura, and take an old trip down memory lane about our episode, which he was very nervous about when we were shooting. Yeah. Because of how you pitched it. You're like, I'm just going to be in the woods. Will you come see me? Like, what? That was it. So we're going to look at some clips and we'll talk about the show. You're going to fucking love this. What is that? This is our dinner. That's dinner. That's dinner. Yeah. It's about body. Lean, protein, clean body. Ah, fucking shit. Fuck you. Holy shit. The emu.
I didn't know it was going to be that real.
I don't think I've seen a dead animal up close immediately after it died. And also it was stuffed into a cooler. It wasn't like the right size. It was like finding a body in a trunk. Exactly what it was like. But it was like finding a 400-pound man's body in the trunk of a beetle. The animal was enormous. And it was just like stuffed in, like, they just killed it. And they're like, no one can know. They just stuffed it in there. Yeah. It was startling to see. Man, look at the feet. You just throw the feet. Oh, I missed those. Yeah. That. It stood out first. The fucking pterodactyl claw sticking out of the cooler. I knew we were getting an emu. I didn't know we were getting an emu. Yeah. It's like when you go, hey, I want to get married and have kids, but you don't really know what that means, right? And then you're like, oh, I'm not leaving the house now for 6 years. I'm going to be raising children. I'll be paying for this for the next 30. Exactly. Oh, God. I'm having sex with the same woman for the rest of my life. That's not what you know is going to happen. I remember you saying, like, I don't think I can do this. Yeah. Oh, I know. I thought I would definitely be able to do this. And it's amazing how quickly you jumped in and did it. Yeah. Yeah. And then we had our butcher friend, Tiny, or Sweets or something. Sweets. Yeah, Sweets, who was like, you did a really good job with this, fucked it up. Yeah, did we? Yeah, it was cool to butcher something with a chainsaw, so I'm an emotional wreck. Okay, let's tune you up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just swipe over your auric field and cut any energetic cords. How hot was the Crystal Cleanse? Crystal Cleanser was an Oak show, and she just sat with 3 degenerates who were drunk and smoking weed all fucking day. He has a lot of repressed sexual desires,
Oh my gosh, I'm married.
He's repressed. Like all of us were married. We want to tie our wives up and spit on their feet, drag them through the house. But now they're married, so you can't do those sexual things no more. He would make me laugh so hard on his commentary. He's like, you don't understand. We're married. We just want to like tie somebody up. Come on, the forehead and like saying crazy shit. And I could see in her face, she kept being like, okay. But like, she had no idea. That was the hardest I've ever laughed. Yeah, that was the hardest. I was crying. Do you remember? I was watching her too. And she was handling it so well. And we were like, are we going to even be in this episode, or is this going to be Joey O'Nolligang? So what I thought it was, because his monologues were the funniest. And you can't tell if he's being serious or if he's joking. I was raised by a single mom. My mom would play cards with these women on Tuesday nights, and they would talk about their husbands falling asleep, eating their pussies and shit. And I'd be like 5 playing with like G.I. Joe, going, who falls asleep eating a pussy? I didn't even know what a pussy was. You know what he told me? He does what he's got, I guess, like a fungus toenail. And he'll shave the fungus and smoke it to see if he can make him. Hi, it's a great pivot. Fucking Jesus, Estoba. Miss Clark, Suave, Mediano, El Fuerte. I thought what we'd do is we'd roll 3 regular cigars and then 1 mega joint. Perfect. Ask him if we can roll them now, but can we smoke them now? All right. Hold on. So, hey, can we roll them now, but then smoke them now? Wait, do you speak English? You speak English? No, I'm not coming. You assholes are out here like, I'm a fucking settler showing up going, hey, I want to teach you guys Christianity. Are you Cuban? Are you Cuban? Are you Cuban? I'm Cuban. Oh, he's Pakistani? Yeah, he's fucking Cuban. It was an ounce and marijuana. He looked at it and he was like, I don't normally roll this, but like, how will this do? And then he rolled a perfect blunt, you know? Perfect. It was enormous. It was like, I remember being so high, I thought the trees were talking to me going, don't do anything. People at home live and learn. This is what you should be doing. Not opiates and that other garbage and putting into your body. Oh, my back hurts. Go yourself. Smoke one of these. Your back won't hurt no more. Holy shit. Look at that. He said, this guy's good. That's nice. That's a half fucking ounce, Jack. We're going to see the devil. That was a really fun fucking day. That day was awesome. I didn't expect to have that kind of fun. Really. No. I mean, you guys were figuring out the show. Like, literally, they were like, we're figuring this out today. Like, I don't really know what we're doing. It's similar to you, yeah. So for that to be the sentiment to start the day, and you fast forward to the end of the day when, like, we had done all these crazy things, and it's Crystal and the emu and smoking cigars and smoking the mega blunt and just laughing all day. It was a great day, man. Would you do it again? Yeah, I would do it again. Heartbeat. That's all. That's all we need to know, as we just needed a commitment for season 2. Okay, season 2, green. All right, watch this season of The Cabin streaming right now on Netflix, Sam. And Bernard, why do they know him as Bernie? Bernard is running for president. Bernard is running the president of what? The Band-Aid on Forehead Society? No. He's running for president of the United States. Bernard? Yeah, our Bernard. Why don't you just vote for him? Oh, hello, no. We knew that. We go back with Bernard. We go back with Bernie Sanders to our days in Vermont. We were known as a political action group. We were known as the Burlington Trio. And we were responsible for the bombing of the original Burlington Coat Factory. But now it's still, I still deal with him because I'm very involved in the Occupy Walgreens movement. Okay. Yes, I hate the 1%. I love whole milk. Oh boy. I'm sick of these right-wingers, though. Let me say something that no one else is saying. Please do. I'm sick of these right-wingers. And the only one I would vote for is Dick Cruz. I like him because his face looks like the whole movie. Dick Tracy pushed together. You were out there. You were so funny at the White. Thank you, guys. That's very kind. You were being humorous. And what I love the joke where you attacked Vin Trump, right? And then I remember, you made fun of him. And then you got a Tim, and then he waited 6 years. Yeah. And now he's running for president. And he is just a McDonald's burp away from destroying the fair. So that was you, dude. That was you, man. Thank you. Yeah, you're like the guy that didn't buy Hitler's painting. So he was like, okay, I'll try plan B, Dad. That was so exciting. I was watching the Emmys, and you won the Emmy for this wonderful special that I was lucky enough to see at Radio City. How was that night? I was totally surprised. It was amazing and extremely flattering, but I was just shocked to win. I've, been before, and sometimes it's not fun. So I was sitting there like, why do we do this every year? Why do we come to this? And then they said my name, and I was like, oh, this is true love. I was very happy because it cut to you, and Dan Levy, who is a dear friend of yours, was your day for the night. World's funniest comedian, Dan Levy, was my day for the next, and I'm lucky enough to know him as well. And it was really a genuine moment of friendship from Dan when you won. And there he is next to you. Oh, yes. There's also our friend Michelle Wolf, who's genuinely happy for you. Look at Dan and I. That is like the typical, like, Catholic and Jew hearing good news. And like, wow. And I'm like, okay, don't get too proud. He is. I'll tell you exactly how stupid she is. If you spend too much time with her, you start getting stupid.
Does that make sense?
We took a family trip this summer. First morning, we all sit down for breakfast. Isla shows up 5 minutes late, sits at the table, looks at me and goes, hey, big boy, what did you think about those dreams last night, huh? And we're all looking at each other going, she thinks we have the same dreams. She's 12. For 12 years, she thought we all got the same dreams programmed every night, that everyone got the same sex. Like, it's must-see TV. But then I'm sitting across from her going, I had 2 dreams about this kid last night. What if she cracked the code? I lean across the table. I go, hey, did you have a dream that I was locked in a trunk? My wife goes, what the fuck are you doing? We don't have the same dreams. A slaw kicks me under the table. And she goes, I'll talk to you after breakfast. That afternoon, we're going snorkeling, right? We're out on the boat, and I'm watching Isla look off the side of the boat at the horizon. It looks beautiful. Great moment as a parent to say, hey, baby girl, what are you thinking about? Your kid turns around, dream scenario. Hey, dad, thanks. I go, hey, baby girl, what are you thinking about? She turns around and goes, we should get tattoos. I go, we're not getting tattoos. She goes, no, dad, if we all got the same one, we never regret it. I go, you're 12, Ezra. What tattoo would you want? She goes, what's it called when you cover your arm? I go, you want a fucking sleeve? You want to sleep? You want to be the only 8th grader walking into homeroom like it's a jiu-jitsu tournament? What do you want sleeved on your arm? Ezra. He goes, a wolf? Yeah, Dad, his head would start up here. His body would come by my elbow, and his tail would come out to my fingertip. That way you'd know if I was happy because I'd be wagging my finger. She's turned my daughters into bullies.
Yeah.
We were watching a documentary the other night, documentary on Gandhi. All I said was, I don't get the whole hunger strike thing. My daughter, Georgia, looks me up and down and goes, no, they don't call me Dad. They have nicknames for me, like Chunk or Fetus. They call me Fetus. They had a nickname. They were calling me behind my back for 2 years. We're at dinner one night. Leanne sends a text. Both the girls giggle. Oh, good one, Mom. I said, what is it? They said, you wouldn't get it. I said, I'm the funniest motherfucker at this table. My comedy's paying for this dinner. And those teeth running by me. I was like, I don't think you'd find it funny. So I go to the bathroom and I come back quick. I look over Slow's shoulder. She's slow. What I see is a series of pictures of me, and the chat thread is titled Baby Walrus. My stomach drops. I sit down at the table. I go, what the fuck is Baby Walrus? They freeze. They're like, oh, it's not what's Baby Walrus? Walrus. It's who's Baby Walrus? And I said, who the fuck is Baby Walrus? He's like, I think you know who Baby Walrus is. Georgie goes, calm down, Dad. It's just Mom thinks when you put on fancy clothes, you look like a baby walrus who's trying to escape from the zoo. I looked at Liana. She goes, and calm down. You actually behave like a baby walrus. I said, no, I don't. And then the waitress came over and she goes, double Tito's and soda, big glass, no lime. I didn't even think I did it. I went. Hala pulls out her phone. Baby walrus loves vodka. Click, click. I'll tell you on a grand scale who's helping nobody lose weight. Starbucks. This is true. They have a national training campaign to try to trick you into ordering food. And this is why they know you're going to order a beverage. So they try to lead you into food, pull into any Starbucks drive-thru, and now they greet you. They say, welcome to Starbucks. What can we get started for you to eat today? And you're like, wait, what? I just wanted coffee. And they're like, no shit, what else do you want? So they're like, I don't know, sausage. Like, what do you have? I don't respect that. I like he's shamed, straight up and honest. And nobody does that better than the West Coast burger chain In-N-Out. And if you've never been In-N-Out, get your fucking life together and go. And I want you to just simply so you can experience the most shameful and honest question in all of fast food. Because you pull up and go, have a double fries and a Coke. And they go, will you be eating in the car? Yeah, I think so. They go, I bet you will, you fat fucking pile of garbage. I was in London, Canada. They had one. And doesn't that kind of bother you a little bit? Like when a barely city is like, let's just name it after an awesome city. And they have the nerve to ask you, like, how do you like London, the real one, or this turd you put in a dress? Because, like, the fucking balls on Paris, Tennessee, to name their city Paris. And then they built a mini Eiffel Tower. Like, you're going to walk around confused, like, well, bonjour. I don't even know where I'm at. And can I get me a croissant? Fuck Paris, Tennessee. I can remember the first time we ever talked about weed because it was Christmas Day. That's why it stood out. I was 11 years old. My sister brought it up. She was like, I want to smoke weed. And my dad goes, you want to know what I think of marijuana? And I was genuinely curious. I go, what, Dad? He goes, I was at a party one time and somebody pulled out a marijuana cigarette. And I said, I'm out of here. And I was like, cool story, nerd. You got any other ones? And he goes, well, yeah, one time I was in Vietnam and some Viet Cong tried to sell my Marines marijuana. So I found him and I picked him up by his throat and I threw him on the ground and I put my M16 in his face. And I said, if you ever come here again, I'll fucking kill you. And I go, do you have any stories in between those two stories? Jesus, it's Christmas, bro. Goddamn. I'm not making fun of you if you're religious.
Any.
I think that's great. Any faith, Christian, Muslim, Jew. What if you're a Scientologist? You can go fuck yourself. But yeah, because it's not old. It's got to be old. I think it's fair to say there's sometimes I don't want to hear about it, you know? You know, like working out, getting high. That's a bummer, right? Like when there's pills and cash and tits out, and someone's like, have you thought about accepting the Lord into your life? And you're like, a mind to make bad decisions. Why are you doing this to me? That in pre-sex, that is the worst. During sex, salam alaikum, anything goes. But pre-sex, like right before, and the girl's like, what if God's watching us? And you're like, what? What if God is watching us? Of course he's watching us. He sees everything. And this is hands down his favorite. Yeah, I bought weed from a dude in a standalone trailer one time. Not a trailer park, a solo trailer. The most terrifying housing situation that exists. Like where other trailer people are like, get out of here, they kick him out. I just walk up to that 15. This dude's like, you trying to get a sack? I was like, oh yeah. So he goes, we could go do that. I was like, all right, cool. He goes, we just need to go get it. I was like, you don't fucking have it. Isn't that your sole responsibility? So I tried to play cool. I was like, all right, let's go get it. He goes, I'll go get it. You stay here and watch my place. And I was like, okay. And he goes, there's a 37 and a shotgun on my bed. Anybody comes in here, blast them inside. Paralysis. But what I said was, that's what's up. Like, yeah, man. I think if you get kicked in the face, you deserved it, because that means that you watched the foot come to your face. Got to be an asshole to find somebody using their feet. The person I saw get kicked in the face, the reason why I laughed is because when he got kicked, he looked at us for confirmation. Like he needed approval on what just happened. He's like, yo, shit, yo, it's him. Yeah, better look at his other foot. And then he kicked you again. He's good. The guy's good. He knows what he's doing. Would you fight somebody using their feet, man? Like if we go to fight, I'm going to tell you, put your hands up, let's fight. Now, if I go to fight you and you start stretching, I mean, you know, some shit, I don't know. I'm not going to fight you. I had an incident where a guy he didn't use it on me, but he was going to attempt to use his feet. I was with my mom, right? Me and my mom, we in the parking lot of Best Buy. I'm looking for a parking space. Now, all the spaces took it, but there's one truck about to back into his parking spot, but he was taking too long. So I got mad. I stole it. I whipped him to the spot real fast. Like, you know when you're wrong, because you put your head down and roll your windows up. You don't want to look at him. You start humming. And
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, the guy got out the truck. He was like, yo, man, I know you saw me about to back into that spot. If you back out, are we going to have a problem? Chinese guy right now with my mom. So I ain't be no bitch. I was like, well, I guess we got a problem. This is how I know I didn't want this problem. This is exactly what he did to me. He's like, oh, so we got a problem? Mm-hmm. Do we? Al got mad at me because I live in law. He said, Kevin, you out here in Hollywood? When God knows what? Sex, drugs, money. Lord knows what you're into. You need to get a relationship with God. I said, dude, don't talk to me about God. I'm fine. Okay? You're the one who's on drugs. You get a relationship with God. He got mad. Now, anytime you get mad, he already got to bring up some dark shit from his past that nobody needs to know. I don't know where. He said, Kevin, let me tell you something. I know I was on drugs, but I found Jesus. Granted, I didn't know him when I was out there sucking dick for money, but I'll tell you something. I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not going to speed past that. Like, you didn't just say what you just said. I said, Dad, when was this? What year was this? He said it was in the 80s. Like, everybody was doing it. This is shit that pissed me off. He said, your dad was back there with me. I said, what? My dad was like, all right. Hey, you going to learn today? No, the fuck I'm not. You're going to keep that lesson to yourself. How come nothing good ever happens at work? It's always bad, babe. Let me tell you about this. Bitch Sabrina at the office today, okay? First of all, she comes in the office with stockings on and black shoes. Excuse me, bitch. Labor Day is over. Excuse me. Thank you. Backspace. Delete that. Then y'all start talking about problems going on in the office. We don't fucking know. Let me tell you what she did, babe. She come to me talking about, can you go print this out, the fax machine? No. I am an executive administrative assistant, not your estate. We got to act like we know what's going on. What? She told you to print it out the fax machine. No, she didn't. That bitch is crazy. Not my baby. Thank you. Then y'all turn into the computers. Thank you. I told the bitch, boop, backspace. No, OLRTOFMAO. Thank you. Delete that. MTFOMOFOHS. I don't know where my friend Joey goes. You better be lucky. I'm on a ping pong table. If we did, I would bust all your ass. I said, bet money, bitch. That's me and my friend's biggest problem. We're competitive. The word bet sets off that competitive nature. I said, bet money, bitch. Harry said, bet. Wayne bet. Spank bet. Joey bet. Bitch bet, motherfucker. Bet, nigga. Bet, Our game looks nothing like the game that we were watching on TV. So we decided to add alcohol into the mix. Hit the ball into the net. Got to take a shot. You get slammed on, you got to take 2 shots. You get slammed on and you miss the ball completely. You got to take 3 shots. Somewhere along the line, the game got so competitive that Joey decided to cut his jeans into jean shorts because he said he wasn't getting enough lateral movement in the house. Here's the fucked up part about that. It was Joey's house. All Joey had to do is go upstairs and change into a pair of goddamn jean shorts. I wake up in the middle of the thing. My stomach is killing me. I call the front desk. A woman picked up the phone. She said, hello, front desk. May I help you? It's the first time that I heard English outside of my friends since I've been in Japan. You would have thought that I was Tom Hanks and Castor away. I lost it. Chicken, please, chicken. She was like, sir, calm down. Calm down. What room are you in? I don't know. She said, look at the phone. Your room number is in the phone. Okay, I'm in room. Line dash cross house. I don't know how to read. It looks like an abandoned building with no windows made out of bamboo sticks. I don't know. So excited. I don't know. Please. How did you get it? Did you get the joke? You got it. Because the way they write their numbers, you got it. I just felt like you should have gave a bigger laugh. I don't think your laugh is what it should have been. True story, people. Exactly what I do. Get in the shower, get dressed, get in my car, start driving to the store. On the way to the store, I hit a speed bump. When I hit the speed bump, I hear a lot of noise in the trunk. Boom, boom, doom, boom. That's weird. I ain't put shit in the trunk. The fuck is all that noise in a goddamn trunk? I'm small, I get scared fast. Yeah. So I get out the car, pop the trunk. This is some true shit. I pop the trunk. When I pop the trunk, this bitch was stooped down in the trunk like this, looking at me. I see her in the goddamn trunk. I see her, see me, see her in the goddamn trunk. I just caught you in the trunk of my car. You got to say something to justify what the fuck I'm looking at. What the fuck are you doing in the goddamn trunk? With a straight face, she looks at me, jumps out the trunk, rolls her eyes, and takes off as if I never saw her. Now, let me tell you why I had an attitude. I had an attitude. It's because we live together. Like, I'm going to see you tonight. We have to address this at some point in time. I said, no, fuck that. We're going to talk about this right now. I get in the car. I drive home. Now, here's where it gets crazier. When I get home, she in the kitchen cooking, right? I walk in the house. She said, hey, babe, you hungry, bitch? What the? Oh, I want to talk about no goddamn food. I want to talk about why I popped the trunk and you popped out the goddamn trunk like a goddamn jack-in-a-box. The fuck were you doing in the goddamn trunk? With a straight face. She looked at me. She said, I wasn't in no goddamn. Good to have you on again. Thanks for being here. It's nice to be here. You know what? I actually have the same dream about somebody coming into my house. This happens a lot, actually, where I'll be just falling asleep and I'll think I'll run through an entire scenario of a home invasion and I don't have any kind of weapon in my house. So you want to go with the 22 caliber, right? Perfect gun to shoot in the house. The low caliber gun. You can't really kill anybody from a distance, you know? So if they take a hostage, you can just start shooting at them. Yo, perfect. Just let it go. Just good to know.
Yeah.
And now when I'm on the road, I talk about getting a 120 does that. Everybody makes fun of me and like it's that guy thing like, oh, what are you gonna shoot a squirrel with your little gun? But if you're in a house, that's what you want. Little 22, I'm basically teaching you guys how to kill somebody, I think. So it's a 22 you think is superior to the part of a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
You don't want to have like a 44 Magnum. It's like you're gonna shoot through the guy through the wall, blow your dog's brains out, like drop the engine out of your car way too much. Like a little 22. You can still hear if you miss, right? No, I shot a A 38 one time was no hearing, was no hearing protection.
Yeah.
I was doing landscaping for this guy, and all of a sudden he was like, "Oh yeah, that follows sound that needed killing."
Yeah.
And he was like, "I got this 5-shot 38. I never shot. It was the 80s." So you're like, "Yeah, why not?" You can't explain anything by just, "Oh, it was the 80s." Why did you do that? It was the 80s. We went down the street that somebody burned a car for insurance, so we were shooting at that. And after the first shot, I couldn't hear anything. And I never forgot that. So if you're in the house and you miss, now you can't hear. You're blinded by the muzzle flash. This guy's coming around your bed with a sickle and you're shooting the wrong way. Sickle, 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 sickle. Oh, he's got sickle, sickle, sickle. Is he harvesting wheat? What's he doing? What's he doing in your house? He's a sickle. I honestly, as you get older, you think about safety, and I totally relate to that. Yeah. When you're home alone, it's just that feeling.
Yeah.
It's just, you're the only one there. You're what's for dinner. If somebody comes in, it's on you.
Yeah.
That's why I never was comfortable in a motel. What? Because you're just laying in this bed like 2 feet from a door that just opens up into the parking lot. Any guy can come in and you're just not ready to have a fight to the death. You're just laying there. You know, you turn on the chest, this guy comes in. So to be honest, I'm never ready to have a fight to the death. It's like in a motel. You think in a motel, it's like, you're particularly vulnerable in the motel. You should, just drive by a motel and just look at it. You're just looking at those doors. Like there's just people in there just laying on beds, like half naked, just laying there, and the door's like that thick. It's barely, you could put your foot right through it. He's going to be like that. That's it. The last thing you're going to see is just, you're going to be looking back at your own body like you're crazy. No, I do think about that. She was mourning and screaming. I was mourning and screaming. She was mourning and screaming. I was mourning and screaming. I looked into her eyes. She looked into my eyes and she went, "Do they have Christmas trees in Africa?" I have no idea what pisses me off more. The fuck they said us is while we're having sex, or the fact that I took time out to answer the question. Yes, we do. You guys have been wonderful. Good night. What's up? What's up? Bonjour. Montreal. I have been here for 3 weeks. I've never been here that long. I've been reading the news. There's no mass shootings, no cops killing black people. There's no Caitlyn Jenner stuff that you have an election. I don't know the religion of the candidates. What the hell do you do for fun up here? I have no idea what's going on. Gay marriage.
Right.
We have that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our Supreme Court finally approved gay marriage. And in the decision, the funniest thing they wrote, they said that gays are now entitled to the same rights as all other humans. And I said, that's so nice of you to make them human now, because we do. We have a national homophobia. It's ridiculous. Like, the minute the Supreme Court approved gay marriage, the states that don't want it, they have these things now. They call it religious freedom laws. And it's a twist on religion. And what it does, it allows people to use their religion to discriminate against gays or anyone they don't like, in the name of Jesus. Because there's no doubt Jesus was big on discrimination. I think it was Jesus that said, "Love one another as you love thyself. Unless he's different than you, then go ahead and shoot his ass," because that was open. Teary Jesus is very popular down in Texas. I don't know. So they have these laws. So there was a pizzeria in Indianapolis that said they refused to serve pizza to gay weddings. Now, keep in mind, no gay wedding had ever ordered pizza. But they said, we will not serve pizza to gay weddings that didn't order pizza in the first place. And just to make sure we never lose any money, not serving pizza to gay people who didn't want pizza, we had started a Kickstarter GoFundMe page, and they raised over $800,000 to make sure they never lose money not serving pizza to gay people who didn't want pizza to begin with. And I read that article, and I made a decision, and I'm telling you right now, Alonzo Bowden, refused to do comedy at gay weddings that have never asked me to do comedy in the first place. And just to make sure I never lose money not doing comedy for gay people that didn't want my ass there to begin with, I have started a GoFundMe page. So please give generously in the name of Jesus. We always talk about the women up here. Beautiful, beautiful women. Yeah. I look, but I'm out of the game now because the game has changed. Used to be able to pick up. Now you want to hook up. You want to get laid? There's an app for that, all right? That's what you do. They have like Tinder and Instagram and stuff, and that's a young man's game. My nephew was showing me, like, check it out. You just flip through the pictures, then you hit, like, then if she hits, like, you hook up and you smash that. And I was like, you smash that on that's the extent of your effort, you lucky little punk. You don't know. I love it. I can look on Instagram, but I can't be trying to hook up on Instagram. a little too old. Be messing around the Instagram. I'd be the creepy guy on Instagram, you know? And you don't want to be that, right? Creepy. That's like the worst thing I got. No, I used to creepy was the worst thing a guy could be until I heard these girls talk about a guy who looked rapey. And I was like, that's a thing. Now there's rapey out there. That is the worst description I've ever heard. Can you imagine being described as rapey? Man, if you looked rapey, you would do anything to get back to creepy, wouldn't you? People always ask comics, they're like, what makes you laugh? I'll tell you what makes me laugh. The most ordinary, everyday things I see that they make me laugh. I was crossing the street, right? I stopped at the crosswalk. I looked next to me. There's a seeing eye dog. And I looked at him and he had no blind person. It was just a dog. And I started laughing my ass off because all I could think is somewhere there's a blind guy going, where's my dog? Where's my dog? And I couldn't help but think, what did you do that? The dog said, I've had enough of this. You on your own. You're laughing. I love that. I love that. Because see, now that planted a seed, right? And what's going to happen? You're going to see a blind guy with a dog and you're going to think about that joke and you're going to start laughing and everyone's going to think you're the biggest asshole in the world because you're laughing at a blind guy with a dog. And then you're going to be, no, the rapey guy said, I'm Alonzo Bowden. Thank you. Thank you. You really are the whitest person I've ever seen in my life. Yes. Serve me well. I've never worked for anything. Yeah. I was born on a yacht. It's just all been downhill. I don't even mean it. And I don't mean it in a genetic way. I mean, like I do you. I'm talking full on white privilege. I was stunned when I first heard about white privilege. I had no idea what it was. I was like, everybody doesn't get to do this. It seems as if the song never changes. Job interviews, right? As I get out of the car, you're hired, go home. We'll see you tomorrow. You want an office? You are on a stand-up comedy tour of the world. Is it the world? I think we could say the world. The white world.
Yeah.
White world. I went to Europe. They just pulled back like I was actually doing that. Was it a racist tour? Well, let's go through the countries. Maybe it was a white one. Yeah, it was pretty, thought the leg was pretty white. I went on, what the hell was I did England, Iceland, getting whiter there. Iceland at a corporate at Santa Claus's house, whitest dude ever. Then I kind of did, I don't know, I went to Germany and then, I don't know, Austria. Where were you received most warmly as far as like them getting me the best? I guess I would call it the Midwest of Europe. Oh, was the Budapest, Vienna, and Warsaw? Wow. Yeah. They were like the same kind of idiot that I was. And we just like locked in and I had these great, like I was in Budapest, I was on stage, like, geez, I'd shoot a special here. Yeah, people look great. Yeah. They were just going along with the left. And it must be really strange to be popular and well received in a place where English is not their first language. Yeah, no, it is. But you got to understand that everybody has like Netflix. So all you're getting is just people that are into you. It's not like I walk around hungry going, hey, how's it going? People look at it, the hell is this guy talking about? Like they don't know me. The people that know me, and then they show up and that's all I need. So like every person we would see, like for instance, here at the Royal Albert Concert Hall in London where you shot your special. And when I watched it last night, it was great, by the way. Thank you. So, but when you walk out and all these English people, there's a lot of people there thrilled to see you. That has to, I would imagine that means something more than, you know, going back to Boston. Yeah, no, it's very, very humbling to sit there and be like that. All these people from this far away want to come out and see you. And then that's when you can get in your head and start going, like, do I deserve this? What am I doing here? And Royal Albert Hall is beautiful. And it's like, I got a bunch of jokes. Why am I here? Yeah, there's like symphonies perform there, you know, and then I'm coming out, hey, you ever been going to the bathroom? And blah, blah, just like, so there's a lot of that. Yeah. When you travel around the funniest parts, when you get really far east into Europe, as they get like really like logical. And I bombing. I can't remember if I was in Finland or Estonia. I was just bombing and I was just going, my God, what's going on? And like, I noticed their heckles. They were like trying to like solve the problem of the joke. Like you tell a joke and I wouldn't get a laugh. And somebody, well, why didn't you just say you were sorry? So I was just like, oh, is that what you guys are trying to do? So it's like, I had to kind of figure that out. And no, if you get into like countries where they don't believe in afterlife, you get a lot of that, very logical. You know, there's no like hey man, there's none of that vibe. It's just like this plus this equals that. It's like, all right, wow. That's kind of funny. Yeah. You know what I wanted to ask you about? Because I know you're a big Patriots fan. Yes, Antonio Brown. Yes. Are you excited about him being on the team? Yeah. We'll see what happens. You never know. What I like is it's a 1 year contract. That's perfect. It's like a weekend in Vegas, right? No matter how crazy she is, it's got to end. You're going to be on that Southwest flight. But I think he's going to be good. I don't know. I think there was a little bit of, a little bit of him, a little bit of them maybe seemed like they were finding him, I think. Wasn't there like something in his contract where if they find him enough time, then they didn't have to pay him a signing bonus? I don't know, but it seems like if you miss a practice, then you get fined because practice is part of the thing. Yeah. Do you think like if he'd go, he's also a Raider? I thought like that's what you're supposed to do. Show up dressed like a pirate, threaten somebody's coming with booze on your breath, and then as long as you scored a touchdown, you were fine. That's the way the Raiders were when I grew up, so I was a little surprised. Were you thrilled when you read that he signed with the Patriots so very quickly, and Tom Brady even invited him to come live in his house? Yeah, I know, it's nuts. It's a whole thing.
Every time I think it's over, another good thing happens.
Did you take your family on the road with you to Europe for this tour?
I
I took him to Iceland. Oh, you did? Yeah, so whenever I go over to Europe, we just pick a country that we've never been to and we hang there for like 7 days, get acclimated to the time or whatever. And yes, we went to Iceland, just you, your wife, and your daughter.
Yep.
And my parents came over. Oh, your parents came too? Yeah. Oh man, I forgot the story. I was smoking a cigar. They have like a center in Reykjavik, and it's just sort of this grassy hill with some statue of some dead guy, the usual thing, right? So I was sitting there and I was smoking a cigar. This woman approached me. She was just like, "Excuse me, can you do me a favor?" And I was just like immediately weirded out. I was like, "Yeah, what?" She goes, "Can you push me down the hill?" I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Can you push me down the hill?" I go, "Is this like some hidden video? Like, you're not getting me, all right? I'm a guest in your country." And she just wanted me to roll it down the hill. So I went like, all right, this is supposed to me too. You don't know what you're supposed to do. If I say no, then now do I? The hill shamer? Yeah. So it's like, all right. So I'm like, where can I touch her? She's like way too old to do, like 30. Okay. So I eyes her and she went down the hill and I thought it was over. I was like, all right. She rolled down towards the street. It's over. And then she got up and she's like yelling up, like, it's all wet. I'm dirty. And she starts coming back up, sitting down to talk to me. And I just got all like just weirded out by it. And, well, you should have. Yeah. Not to say she was from Poland. That's not how Icelandic people are. She went for the old Polish roll. Yeah, you got to watch out. Well, the special is very, very funny. Watch it. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix now. Bill Burr, everybody. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. Click below to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Or if you want to be that way about it, don't. Yeah, you stupid jerk. No, you can't get racial back because second you get racial back when you're white, then all of a sudden they like wheel out that podium and have like that press conference. You got to be like I standing up there going, I disgrace the company. I disgrace myself. I just like to state that there was no air conditioning on the subway. I wasn't thinking clearly. I have nothing against Mexicans. I went to Tijuana. I had a great time. Please don't do this. No, that's why a lot of white dudes, we can get up to it in certain social situations. We got to watch out for the podium. No, that podium can come out of nowhere when you're not even trying to say something like, yeah, I'm thinking of getting a shirt. What shirt? Thinking of the black shirt. What the hell did you say? I said black shirt. I should have said African-American shirt. I apologize. Please, I need this. I have a mortgage. Please don't do this. So anywho, I got a computer recently. It's like one of the biggest things of my life. Yeah, I'm really trying to get like more like, into this whole technology thing. I'm awful with computers. I'm one of those guys. Basically, every button I hit on my computer has to like shut down, like regroup somehow, like deal with my idiocy. You know what I mean? Then there's always like some 8-year-old I see later on a laptop. Like he's like breaking into the Pentagon, downloading movies that haven't even been made yet. I just got a plane ticket for $6. You just want to slam his head in the face. I'll tell you, the only thing I like about my computer is I really enjoy spell check. I love it. You know what I love about spell check? You don't have to be close to getting the word right. Have you ever noticed that all you got to do is just get it like somewhere like within the ballpark of the word? It's almost like your computer can just start guessing, like, I don't know, dinosaur. And when you're sitting there like an idiot, like, nah, I wasn't trying to spell dinosaur. So then what does your computer do? It starts throwing out like every D word it can possibly think of. Like, okay, how about dictionary, diary? Any of this stuff looking familiar? Are we moving towards the goal or away from it? Do you ever spell a word so bad, though? Your spell check has absolutely no clue what the hell you're trying to spell. What do you end up getting? You end up getting, like, a question mark. You got $1 million worth of technology just looking back at you, like, just like you got me, buddy. Which is pretty amazing because I have all the words. Yeah. And that doesn't look like any of them. I can't even make a guess. That's so screwed up. Would you, like, pass out and whack your head off the keyboard? Please tell me you're not that stupid. All right, that's it for me. You guys were a lot of fun. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you for coming out, Sam. Suba